Welcome to Nestology. We are your host. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Shelly.
And today we have a special guest. Clayton with CR Plumbing is joining us to answer all of our questions about plumbing and how we should take care of the plumbing in our house. So,
Yay.
Clayton, welcome.
Well, thank you for having me.
So tell me, how long have you been in business? Where do you serve? All of the things.
So we've been in business for 5 years. We service Denton County and Tarrant County.
Perfect. Well, we love to share some advice on things that our listeners can do to help protect their home, take care of the plumbing in their home. So can you share some advice on like preventative type maintenance that people can do with their homes?
One of the main things is flushing your water heater, tankless.
Okay.
All of the sediment and the chlorine that's in our water system. So making sure that you're tankless, making sure we get all the sediment that goes up in it, flushing it out every year. The tank, the way we do it differently is you take everything apart, drain it all. You have to go into the shop back and shop back everything out, because realistically, the drain port's here, the bottom of the tank's down another 2 inches. So we get all that sediment, we can get out of it, put it back on, flush it all out of there. So we can make this thing last as long as possible. Not as cheap repair, not a simple repair. So trying to make it last as long as possible for you. Actually, there's a lot of houses we have them in the attic. So when that goes, everything else below it goes.
Oh yeah. My goodness.
I've seen a lot of houses flooded from water heaters.
I know. Do you find that most people actually do this? Like, I mean, how do they know? Who tells them? Who tells them they should be doing this?
Right there.
Nobody knows.
They teach us in school. Man, we go through school, but they teach us how to manage our money, but also don't teach us to buy a new home. Unless you have parents or someone you know that went through things, you have to live through it all yourself. Instead of learning off other people's mistakes, you have to learn it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So, no one like keeping a meter key so you can turn off the water if there's a problem.
Oh my goodness.
Most homeowners don't even know where their shutoff is in their house. They don't know where their sewer goes out. So in case there is we block it, they can pop off so it's not flooding in their house. So these are key things. Like we focus on here at CR Plumbing Heat and Air, we focus on educating our customers as we possibly can. We partner with realtors and help educate our clients. We go in and teach in different seminars and try to teach every client we have. Hey, here's this, here's this. We even try to do it in different videos. Our job is to educate our whole community as much as possible, so much that they can educate their neighbors. We explain it well enough.
Great.
Wonderful. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Cause I don't know. I guess, I bought my first home so many years ago, and it's like, you're right. Nobody tells you anything unless it's like maybe your parents, mine did not, probably because they were not maintaining their homes either. I don't know.
Hence the reason for this podcast.
Yes, exactly. That's the whole purpose of this podcast, is to let people know these are the things you should be doing for your home.
Yeah. Another thing that I do notice with, I guess, checks on the house, people with cast iron pipes in their house, should they be doing regular checks on that or other things in the house? Something besides the water heater for regular servicing?
No, definitely. So the cast iron, about the 80s is when they started switching to PVC. It all has a life expectancy. But it starts to build up rust inside. So that's why you start taking that flow away. A lot of times, just getting it checked up every once in a while is great, and making sure that you got full flow in there. Some cast iron's amazing, some's not. We can actually go with a bunch of chains and clear that back up and give you full flow again.
Okay.
Once over with that, especially the kitchen line, it'll start catching up, jetting it out, basically power washing inside of the pipe. You want to at least get them checked out if you have cast iron, and try to stay in front of it, because that cast iron will catch all the toilet paper. It's not a smooth surface anymore.
Yeah.
So at least trying to get it full flow and should be good to go. Definitely making sure it holds test, because if it doesn't, that's what moves that foundation.
Yeah. Well, I've seen it. I've seen quite a few houses where there's leaks and things happening and there's major repairs to be done. But I have one right now that we're negotiating on, but there's multiple active leaks under the house. When they got in the crawl space, the inspector found multiple leaks. They just bought it 2 years ago and their inspection report was clear. So in just 2 years, they went from everything being fine to multiple leaks underneath and water pooling. So that's why I was just curious if it should be something that they're having inspected every year to make sure things are okay.
If I could do anything, I would say every person that ever buys a house, I don't care, PVC or cast iron, hydrostatic test and a camera. A hydrostatic test, right? You have to have someone sign off. Here's the
Yeah.
thing is, I'm licensed, I'm insured. If I flood the house, that's on me. But it doesn't damage the pipes. The pipes, if there's a problem and it leaks, it's already damaged. Nothing, the
Okay.
test didn't do anything. This will tell you if you have a leak in the sewer and what happens, especially if there's slab. Most foundation movement is from the water leaking, freshwater
Mhm.
leaking, or the sewer leaking. It will float or sink because of the sewer system. Get it tested. Give you peace of mind. And the reason why camera as well is if you camera, the test might hold, but that pipe might have sagged, and now you've got what they call a belly, which holds water.
Belly.
It's
Yeah.
not supposed to have water in it at all. So making sure
Okay.
you get those taken care of at every house. If you're buying one, that's what I recommend because that's what causes most of the problems, and that's a big expense.
Oh,
Yeah, and I mean,
goodness.
I have a lot of the inspectors that I work with will scope, and I always highly recommend that. Oh my gosh, even especially brand new houses, because the amount of things we find in those pipes. But a hydrostatic test is not as common. It's usually when we discover an issue. But I think that's a huge myth that people hear is that the hydrostatic test can cause damage, because I hear a lot of people worried about that. They're like, well, it puts pressure on the system and can cause damage. So you're saying it's only going to make visible problems that are already there. It's not going to cause a new damage.
No. If you run into anybody at all that ever thinks that, please give them my phone number. I will happily
Okay.
talk to them and educate them. That's
Yeah.
what we do all the time. It does not. I mean, there's state like Florida, it is mandatory every house gets hydrostatic test.
Wow,
Oh,
really?
wow.
Yes.
I didn't know
It's
that.
because there's problems that can happen if it's not.
Hmm.
Maybe a first time home buyer, you're already pushing your limits. You're like, I need it. And then you get stuck because you might not be able, you might have to buy an older house. Well, now you're stuck with this bill on this piece.
Yeah.
Peace of mind, even if there's nothing, at least you have peace of mind. That's
Yeah.
worth millions of dollars.
Absolutely. How much does a test like that typically cost? Like on average, what does it cost?
245.
Oh, that's it? Okay.
Yep.
That's worth peace of
245
mind.
to save you thousands of dollars.
Yes. And peace of mind.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Fabulous.
Do you have any tips on things that people need to be, what you were talking about, like people don't know where certain things are located? What do people need to know as far as location of things like water shut off, and what tools should they have on hand for emergencies?
We get this question all the time. Like we have a flyer that has those questions on it. Do you know where your water heater is at? Do you know the age of the water heater? Do you know where your shut off valve, shut off the water is? Do you know where your water meter is? Because you might have shut off on the flower bed, but your yard line. Do you have a meter key to shut it off? Do you know where your sewer exits your house? Knowing those minimum. My daughter gets house, I'm like, this is where this is, this is where this is. Write it down now, put it on.
I had a client who we were doing a new build walkthrough. The builder was showing her, and luckily they're the good ones who get the water shut off in the garage, so you don't have to go dig in the snow to get to yours like mine is.
Hmm.
But she was too busy taking pictures and video. I was like, pay attention. You need to know this. Watch what he does. He's going to show you how to shut it off. And she was blowing it off. I was like, if your house is flooding, you need to know this is where you go. So it's an important one.
I
You have to be able to
know.
react really quick when there's a
That's
flood.
true. What if you're scared though? Because some of those, like you pop open those things, you don't know what's going to be in there.
You're going to have to be
And
brave,
if it's
Shelley.
backing up, it will shoot up. So it's like, it's better than flooding your house with anything.
Yes.
That's true. That is true.
I've had to dig
that
in some
scares me
and
to
gross
like,
things.
yeah, you have. I've heard your stories.
So my neighborhood, it's all at the street, and most of my neighbors did not have the key to open or to shut off the water. And when we had freezes, I have gone around the neighborhood and had to shut off water for 5, 6, 7 people. And one of them, it was filling with icy water while we were trying to shut it off. And she's trying to scoop the water out because all the water draining from her yard was filling it. So we're sticking our hands down in freezing brown water. We have no idea what's in there, but yeah, you might just have to be
Trying to get
brave
a hold of it.
sometimes.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, you're a
Yeah.
good neighbor to do all that. Yeah, no, it terrifies me. I do know where mine is now, but like opening up that thing and then sticking my hand, I'm like, little scared to do that because there's rats and snakes and spiders and things, and
Oh yeah,
I'm
especially this
scared
time
of
of
that.
year.
Uh-huh, exactly. Yeah.
Sun spiders doing it.
When you're watching your house flood, you get brave.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it doesn't matter at that point.
I need some big gloves. What are those big, like rubber,
Those like
like
kitchen
all
Like
the way
gloves.
up
welder
my,
gloves.
yeah, like that will, like if a snake or a spider tries to bite me.
Yes.
Maybe there's a barrier.
Sidetrack. Yeah.
I mean, some people have it in their flower bed and then they put new mulch on there. It looks beautiful, but they covered the entire thing up.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had one, I guess they just put it on top and top. It literally was 2 feet down under mulch. And I'm like, how much? They didn't know the yard, it didn't look like the yard was that high, but
Mm,
Oh my
it just,
gosh.
they just kept putting more on, more on.
yeah.
Well, they
Well,
never think you don't think you're going to ever need to reach it.
yeah.
You don't need
Well,
it
the
until you
clean
need it.
outs, I've seen people put a patio over the clean outs, and then
That's
my
that.
client's buying a house and we can't find it, and we discover it's been under a patio for years. So, yeah, smart moves.
Ooh, that's not fun. Not fun.
Those ugly little white things, let's just cover them up. I don't
Right.
see
They
those.
don't matter. Question that I often get is about tank versus tankless. So, settle the debate there. Do you have an opinion, suggestion on tank versus tankless water heaters?
That's a loaded question because you have to ask what you want. One, if you have electricity, no gas, you're going tank only. That's it,
Okay.
tank. You do not want an electric tankless. Not that they can't be efficient and you have capability. You run out of gallons per minute, and that's what is used off of real
Okay.
fast. The electricity can only heat the water up so much.
Okay.
Tankless is amazing. Like it's not instant hot water, it's endless hot water.
Endless.
You're not going to open up your faucet and it gets there right away. That's a recirculating system. Now we can retrofit stuff to make that happen. That's not invasive,
Yeah.
but it is endless. So meaning you can go take a shower for as long as you want, and then your husband can jump in there and not have to take a cold shower.
Yeah.
Your kids can be taking showers as long as they want, and then you can also take a shower. That's the best thing about tankless. Tank, you run out.
Yeah.
I would rather have a tankless than a tank, but you can use more energy with a tankless if you have a bunch of people and save the tank. Or if it's just two people, you can save money energy wise with a tankless because the tank is constantly heating up. It's cooling off, heating up. So it's what you ask yourself. But I would go tankless no matter what. Can't go
If you
wrong.
have gas.
And some people keep bringing up Snowmageddon
Hmm.
and
Yeah, let's
tankless.
talk about that.
Tankless, they freeze. They freeze.
Mm.
They go down to negative 20 degrees. They do not freeze. When the power goes out, that's when you have a problem.
Well,
Wow.
this is who I said you needed to talk to because hers keep
Yeah.
freezing even when the power's
Yeah,
not going
let's
out.
talk about that.
So I think she has an issue with her water heater because hers will freeze even with the power on.
Yeah, so mine, the builder put it in, that's the vent, it's on the outside wall. And so I did have somebody come and take a look at it, and they literally said, okay, when it's going to get below freezing for a period of time, keep the hot water going, not just a drip, like on all your faucets, like literally pour the hot water because you're not going to run out of hot water in order for it not to freeze because it freezes up every time there's like Snowmageddon. And then I have no hot water at all. And then it takes a long time for it to defrost because it's on what is it, south wall? I'm trying to think. It's not,
It's shaded.
it's a shaded area, so it doesn't defrost very quickly. So,
You have a
house
house
next to
next to you as well.
um,
Is your
on
house
one,
and then another house?
well, I'm on a corner lot. And so there's no house next to me on that other side where it's facing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I ask that sometimes because it actually turns into a wind funnel. It can freeze up because all this wind sucking down between two houses. That's why I asked that question.
Oh, okay.
But no matter what, tankless, when you go to drip, you drip the hot and cold. You have to drip both because there's two separate lines. It can still freeze. It takes a little bit longer sometimes, but they both freeze. And on the tankless, the same way. You have to open up a little bit more on the hot when you have a tankless because you have to activate the heat exchanger in there. So what's happening is that below your tankless, the water lines are here, and that's what's freezing is this cold line
Okay. Okay.
or this hot line. If you take a piece of batting insulation, take that distance that's underneath it, cut that, and just put it in there. That will
I
help
put
keep
towels
them-
in there. I didn't have insulation, so I took towels.
Yeah.
That's all they said was put some towels in there. And I'm like, all right, because the wind.
Well, tomorrow, or go ahead and go on Amazon and order batting insulation piece and just put it
Okay.
in there. So before being proactive to it, before it goes back to cold again, because now it's fresh in your head. You won't remember whenever it's freezing. You're like, that was
I
a bad
know.
insulation.
Okay, so I need to replace the towels with actually real insulation.
It's meant for it.
Oh, is it a certain size? Like, okay, when you order
No,
it,
you can just
what,
get,
I don't.
you can go to Home Depot, get a sheet, just whatever, just some batting
Okay.
insulation.
Okay.
It helps keep from that wind in there. It already has its own insulation, but you've got a south wind or whatever, and it keeps blowing on that. Put that in
I
there
think that's
right
what's
in front, and
happening.
it'll help keep from that happening.
Okay, thank you. Because yeah, that's the worst because all of a sudden it's like, I don't lose power. I'm on a hospital grid. I don't lose water ever either. It's just I lose hot water. Well, then there goes the showers, and
Yeah.
like can't wash the hair. Like
Mhm.
so it's like I got to make sure I don't
Poor
have
thing, the rest of
any
us without
appointment.
power.
I
You
know,
can't even
I'm
go enjoy the
sorry.
snow the one
I,
time we have it a year.
I know. Okay, get some insulation. Thank you for that. I'm always like, so worried about my appointments around Snowmageddons.
Another question that I have seen a lot is about whole home filtration systems, which you kind of started touching on with the water heaters. So, options there. I mean, do you see that as very beneficial for most people, or is this, just for houses maybe where you do have a lot of calcium buildup from the water?
Think it should all homes should have it.
Okay.
And so, what do you do whenever you go to a pool? What do you do right after that when you come home?
Take a shower,
Why?
rinse off the chlorine.
Your water in your tap
Oh,
has as
great.
much chlorine as the pool does, sometimes more. You're bathing in chlorine water with chlorine water. Like,
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you see all these things probably too, like the filter babies, all these filters that they're putting all over the internet, right? To filter your water and
oh,
it's better for your hair and your skin and your body. Is that what you're saying? Like that whole house thing would be like one big, I'm calling it filter baby because that's a brand
yeah.
that I know, but is
So
that what
here's
it would do? So you wouldn't have to have the separate, because I actually did buy a few of those filters for the shower and for like the faucets because of that reason.
so if you use those little ones about every month, you need to change them out.
Okay. It said 3 months,
Now,
but okay.
well, imagine how much chlorine we have. So
Oh,
as like then you have to ask stuff because a lot of that stuff's like right filters, softeners, and other filters were all like a northern push at the same time because there's a lot of calcium and all this stuff minerals coming off the mountains. Well, they don't have chlorine to have to worry about. You're catching all the bigger particles, all the minerals, all the stuff your body needs as well. So making now when you start putting as much chlorine, so like most softeners, a lot of like lower brand softeners, they actually have a lifetime warranty. Well, except for when you have X amount of chlorine, it actually breaks down that entire media.
Mm.
So it's some of them are not. So you can get some cheaper ones, even whole house filtrations, whole softener. You got to do due diligence on that. Some of them have that capability where it starts deteriorating away. You want to make sure you take out the chlorine, take out everything else. And when you use a softener, they have good brand softeners, and some people like soften. It brings a lot of salt into your water system. So now basically every cup you have an extra glass of. Basically, it's like you eat one bread of salt for every cup of water. But some of those cheaper softeners break down. They don't. They have a life expectancy around ranges. So you have to pay attention to what. It's all marketing. So you have to pay attention to that. Like ours, we have a 10-year guarantee to take out all the chlorine out of your house for 10 years. Maintenance free. You don't touch it, leave it alone, and don't do anything.
oh
And
wow.
then even has an ionizer on there that so calcium it binds to everything. It's what chemically does. It's a charge to stick to everything. Well, when it passes through the ionizer, it actually changes polarity, so now it suspends itself. It doesn't stick to things, it actually comes out. And that's the problem that happens is it sticks to everything. Your washer, the soaps can't use it. And so you're using more things, you're destroying things. This at least helps be proactive to that
Oh,
problem.
Yeah, and I
interesting.
mean because when you have those things, the pieces that you just put on, like your kitchen faucet to filter the water that you're going
Right.
to drink, the water has still gone through all of your systems, through your water heater, through your pipes, through the faucet, and you get
Mm,
deterioration and buildup. I mean, you see them on the like you get the crusty, calcium buildup
If
on
you
your
look
faucets.
underneath your faucet, it's
Or when
really
you
gross.
take it apart to clean out the filter because your water's running
Only
slow.
you do that, but
Yes.
okay.
So, but
Well,
all your systems are really, because we've had that issue. You guys have been out a few times on our water heater, but yeah, the amount of calcium buildup that we have, you're aging your systems quicker. You're going to have more repairs to do. So if you do the
Okay.
water filtration ahead of time, it's protecting all those systems and stuff. So
And that makes it where you can actually drink the tap water, right?
you can drink it every cost. If you really want to, the back of the toilet, you can take it up there. You have pure Fiji water. That
Wow.
hasn't touched
Well, I'm
the
not going to
sewer
do
yet.
that.
So, I know. But I'm saying, like, it's all fresh.
That's how clean it is.
don't tell my
Exactly.
kids that.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
they'll
like,
do it.
I mean, one, how much hair product do you guys try to keep your hair on? I mean, I've lost mine, so it doesn't help. But
No, my
it
hair
breaks
clogs
like,
up my
dries up and everything.
plumbing.
So
Mhm.
one, you're going to pool to get off the chlorine with chlorine without a filter. But do you guys take baths?
Yes.
Okay, so your body's a sponge, it's porous. So now you're soaking in it. If you're like my wife, sometimes she
Oh
gets away from the
no,
kids
you're
and spends
ruining
an
my
hour
bath
there.
time,
You
Clayton.
have soaked up all the, well, until you put a halo in there, but it'd be fine. But
A
you
halo,
soaked up
what's a
all
halo?
that
That's
chlorine.
a brand of
That's our
filtration.
filtration
Oh.
system.
Okay, I was like, what's a halo? Okay.
So now you've absorbed all that chlorine, right?
Great.
A lot of women buy makeup so it's less contaminants in it. There's less lead, less all this stuff in it, right?
Okay.
Well, it's now just so you don't absorb all that contaminants. Well, you're absorbing a lot of chlorine soaking in a bath.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just adding to my list of things I need to do for my house. So, okay, you mentioned this like water filters, so, like approximately, like I'm sure different homes have different costs and things. Like how much does something like that run on
I mean,
average?
you can go about 6,000 to 8,000 or whatever range, depending. It all depends where you're incoming water. We can actually send an electrical current on into the water system and find out where it comes into your house if you don't already have that shut off valve. We can actually bury them in the front yard with a rock and everything else right where your water comes into.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
And the next thing on your list.
Adding this onto my wish
Right.
list of things to do because I know I just got the little tiny filter babies and yeah, and then
Why don't you give my
have.
office a call? We can come check it out, give you a free estimate.
Okay. Thank you. I will do
Yeah,
that.
we looked into this because, like I said, for our house, we've had so many issues and replacing elements so often. Even when we drain it every year, it's a lot to deal with. And when you look at that, adding up all the repairs over time,
Right.
it really
Makes sense. And I don't want to
Makes
bathe in
sense.
chlorine.
Those electric heaters, those elements. So right, I told you calcium is electrically charged, right? So
Mhm.
protons and everything, so it binds. Well, those elements are sending more electrical current, so the calcium really binds to them even more,
yeah,
and that's what destroys those a lot faster.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm just thinking out loud. Like when I travel, I'm going to take my little filter babies with me and just use them there. And then I can get the system on the house. So I can take those little things with me and when I'm
If you
traveling.
travel all the time, you can get it. We have a device that actually insurance gives discounts. It monitors the water, but if it ever tells us a leak, it'll actually shut the system down, or you can shut it down from your phone.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Yeah. So our mow
What's
and
that?
flow,
Oh, what's that
so
called?
mow and flow,
Mow and flow?
Moen, like the brand water,
Moen.
like the faucet
Moen.
brand,
Oh, sorry, Moen. Moen.
and then flow. So it'll actually monitor the water usage. So one, you can see how much water. I play with my
Okay.
kids, and sometimes my wife's at home too, and I'm showing people, and I see it moving, and I'm like, off. I turn it on real fast so I don't get the phone call. But it also, if it ever detects a leak, it'll actually call you. Hey, there's a leak, and it'll shut the system down.
Wow. Oh, that's cool.
It's great, especially for people with like, I've seen different sensors and things for water heaters that are inside the house, older homes where the water heater is sitting in the middle of the home and if it floods. So it's great to have those
Yeah, it'll
alerts.
flood stop and shut off.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. How much does something like that cost on average?
That
Not going
one's
to hold you
about
to it, but
$600 to $800. And hell,
Okay.
if you're already doing the halo, the main water's right there, so we just tie it in. So actually, it's a
Hmm.
so when we bundle those together, it's cheaper there too. The biggest thing is when you're vacation, like a lot of people go on vacation. Some people travel for work. You can literally shut it off from your phone. It's monitored there. You never have to worry about it.
Yeah.
oh, that's amazing. Very
Yes.
cool. I didn't know.
She travels a lot.
I
So
do travel a lot, so
Sounds
thanks.
like that's why I was like, okay, if you travel, you definitely need to look at that.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Oh, the amount
Homeowners
of
insurance
stories.
shoots up so much that
Ah,
most insurance actually give you a discount.
oh, really?
And
If you
what I
have
found,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so I found a lot of houses when it goes over $1 million, some of the insurance, if they've had a water claim, are forcing them to have a water monitoring device on there.
Wow.
Okay, that's cool. So this mow and flow that you can just let your insurance people know, right? And maybe they give you a discount because of the ability to avoid a leak.
There's a form on the app that you can actually send to them.
Love that.
Because imagine, I mean, I experienced this as a kid. We came home and there was water coming down the driveway. Something
Oh,
had busted inside the house and the whole house was flooded. And I mean, not only did it flood, but it had probably been sitting like that for days with water. So then
hmm
it caused even the longer the water sits, the more damage. So that they know that that will save them thousands and thousands of dollars to
Oh
have
my
that on there.
gosh,
So
that is great. Love
That's what we
that.
keep like every time we go to networking or our team talks. We're selling peace of mind.
yeah.
It's your customer's choice to choose from there. Like, not doing it justice. Don't educate your customer as much as we can. If they don't know what's out there, they don't even know how to shut their water off. So if we're not doing our job by educating them, we're not doing our job.
Yeah.
Love
We take
that.
advantage. We take for granted that we know what we know, and we forget
Yes.
to. So we try to educate our team. Like, act like you've never talked to this customer knows nothing,
hmm
Yes.
just so you can keep top of mind for them, help them.
Yes, because most of the time we know nothing. Because I mean, that's not my line of work, right? I don't
It's not.
understand. Like, it's like you can do mortgages, right? Everybody can.
I
Shelley's
can, but
good
you
with
don't want me
numbers.
to.
Exactly.
I'll
Just
have a
like you don't
zero
want
percent
me doing
interest rate.
plumbing.
That's what I want.
I'll
Oh,
take it. I'll get
everybody's
five
gonna be
$5.
dollars.
calling you now, Clayton. They want
Yeah.
0%. Trust me, they do. They do.
We offer financing for 0%, so that's about as far as we get for zero
Oh,
percent.
there we go. Nice segue there. That's
Yes.
perfect because some of these things I think are absolutely amazing, but times are tough for people right
Yeah.
now, and maybe they don't have that amount of money to
We
add this, but
actually
they would really
pay
love to have it.
more. We pay more to our provider, so our customers have the capability
Yeah.
to actually get 0%.
That's
That
wonderful.
that's
So
awesome.
like even offering financing, we actually lose money on that more than we would just like regular, but giving that capability. So we care about it so much, and we think everybody needs these things. That how can we help them out where we can? Fine, like
Hmm.
let's pay a little bit more per job for those, so we can give them. We're not charging any different. We're just making it where it's available so they can have it.
Absolutely. I love that.
There's some people who may not bat an eye if you tell them that there's a $10,000, repair or something, but for a lot
Can
of
you give me their
people,
contact? I would love to go talk to them about plumbing and AC.
I have met them
Yeah.
and I have had some of those clients and I'm like, good for you. But for most
Most
people,
people.
and especially, well, what you're talking about with like the cast iron pipes, having that surprise, they don't realize the work. I have seen bills up to $20,000 on these repairs, and that could be something completely devastating. So yeah, having something
And
for
that's not
them to
even a whole
do.
house being redone for twenty
Right. Yeah.
thousand.
Oh yeah.
Some of those
No,
houses have plumbing
Gosh.
way all over the place.
but yes, I've seen what that can do to some families. So yeah, that's great that you have that option to help
Absolutely.
them because
Absolutely.
not everybody has access to $10,000 or $20,000 to just
Well, they
do a
don't.
repair.
I mean, I can tell you just being, in finance and mortgages that this is the highest debt levels that we have seen in the history, of
Even if you have
of
the money, cash is king.
I
You
mean,
never
and
know
it's
what's going to
zero.
happen. You might need that.
Exactly. It's like, people transferring to zero interest credit cards, it's like it's free money. Just like,
Yeah.
there'd be more mortgages if they were 0%, right? Which,
Oh yeah.
back in the day, they were close to 0%. I saw down to 199. A handful of my clients got a 199 on a 15-year back in 2020. But yeah, exactly. So
You
did
better
you
hold
mention
that house as long as
AC?
possible.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
right.
also do air conditioning as well.
Okay, so plumbing and air conditioning. So, random question on that. So, you're
Yeah.
talking about 0% financing, right? So, with
Yeah.
this Texas heat coming up, do you offer that for new AC units?
Yes, we do. We also have another one for our AC side that we can do Wells Fargo that we can actually do another possibility of extra stuff too. We have
Because
a
those
couple of options
suckers
for AC.
cost a lot of money. Yeah, new units. And okay, sorry, I know you're going to talk about this, but I wanted to mention. So, like, if you got a really old unit, okay, and you're like, oh my gosh, is this going to be its last year? Do you recommend to go ahead and replacing it before it literally like breaks down? Or do you wait for it to break down and then fix it or replace it?
Great question. But you also have to ask yourself that. Because a lot of these are, what is peace of mind to you? Now,
Hmm.
I know right now, if it had anything to do with my house, I don't want to deal with my wife and my kids being hot because that's going to cause me more problems. So I'm going to be in front
Yeah,
of that.
because
But
it'll
again,
probably happen in August, right? That's
look, it
typically
always
when it
happens the worst
happens.
time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What we do different though, and I found this, so we brought it into us. Like we literally use our electronic gauges. Every truck has them. We pay for them, so the truck has them. We actually have an entire efficiency report. It's a 3-page report. So we're going to put our gauges on every unit and pull this report. It takes 5 extra minutes of diagnostic, but this entire report has in there. You can trust us because we're your local technician you can trust, and we try to build those with our customer. Here's the data. It'll literally tell you you have an A, 100%, 90%, whatever, and it even tells you what possibilities it can be. And then it even goes down and even shows you the measurements the gauge is pulled. So this has it. So like, hey, you got a unit that you're like, oh man, it's old. Is it running efficiently? Most of the time, it's because people didn't maintenance their stuff is why it causes
Mm-hmm.
problems.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about being proactive to it helps AC and plumbing. But this report will literally tell you that. And hey, we just need to clean it and your unit should be fine. Doesn't mean some weird thing comes up later on, but at least now you know, is it efficient right now? Right now, before it gets to the August, we have not had a week long of 90-degree weather.
I
That's when
know.
things start
Thank
causing
goodness.
problems. Yeah, right.
I'm not ready for it. Not ready for it.
I'm not personally ready for it. Business wise, yes, I would be ready for it. But biggest thing is let's be proactive to it. Let's make sure this report tells you. Let's be proactive before you call me and it's out. And it might be a
Mhm.
simple repair. At least now we know, hey, it's not running well. You might, the weight of everything, what brand it is, you might want to look at it. At least now you know, okay, it might last this year, might last us a couple of years. You probably want to be in front of it before it goes out. At least this report tells you that. Peace of mind is what we try
Gotcha.
to do for customers as much as possible.
Okay.
With our last guest, we use the analogy of the car and like an oil change. Like if you are doing tune-ups, you are checking on your car, you're less likely to have just a breakdown in the middle of the highway because you are doing
Maintaining the
preventative.
systems.
Yes. So, but you ignore all the things, a belt snaps, it breaks something else, and then you have this like that's where you usually see it, and it's because you haven't done the things to take care of the system. So the more that you are servicing and keeping things in tip-top shape, you'll catch things early and not
Hmm.
have the outage at 110-degree day in August. So,
Absolutely.
And the
Absolutely.
car company spent years and generations of teaching people maintenance, maintenance, maintenance. We're just now teaching people maintenance on
mhm.
the biggest asset is your house. Why are
Yep.
you not taking care of it? You take care of your car, that's not it's an asset, but it's depreciating real fast. Your house is actually increasing. Take care of it so you don't have those problems.
Oh my gosh, that is so true. Because people are like, oh my gosh, I don't want to spend the money to do these things that are not necessary. But then they really are. People are like, well, I have to get my oil changed.
Yeah.
I got to do
Well,
that.
not everybody.
Well,
So, like, I have a sister who we tell her tires are bald. They're bald. You've got to change your tires. And then suddenly she's stranded on 635 with a flat tire because she didn't, but that's because she didn't do the preventative things. She didn't do things when they needed to be done. So, just because
true.
they're supposed to doesn't mean that they do them.
But
Well,
now
that's
you're paying
true.
for a tow truck, you're paying for tires to the
Exactly.
first place they send you, which is somebody they probably already know. So now the tires are probably not the cost that you could have shopped for.
Yep.
Same thing.
Yep. Exactly.
If you
And then
know
the
your
suffering of
AC
sitting on the side of the road.
during August,
Yes.
right?
Exactly.
So, I mean,
Yes.
that's the biggest thing is being proactive to things like, right, if you know your efficiency report, you know the AC is there, and you know the age of your water heater, and you know that it's been flushed or it's acting up. Now you can plan for those pieces instead of just,
Hmm.
it might be the wrong time to spend that money out when you
Yep.
wish you would have known about it a year ago.
Hmm.
Started preparing. Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ooh, great information.
Okay, so one thing we always like to ask, what's one of the craziest things you've seen on the job? Like, what have you pulled out of a garbage disposal or from a toilet that somebody flushed down?
Ooh.
I'm sure you've seen wild stuff.
I have seen two things that stick out. When you said garbage disposal, that one stuck out. But first thing is like, I pulled a stopper out of the sink and it started coming up. I'm like, oh, hair. I'm like, I did not know when this thing was going to stop. I literally, from the top of the countertop, I swear I was like almost 3 feet out. I'm like, how
Oh,
did it? I'm like, I didn't want it to drain. Two, how did you get this much down here? Like, I'm like pulling
wow.
out the brush her hair and put it like,
Oh my
I don't know
gosh.
how. Like, I haven't
Gross.
lost the picture, but I had a picture of it at the time there.
Oh, oh.
Garbage
Okay.
disposal, marketing's amazing. Oh, like with toilet, you can flush golf balls. Garbage disposal, oh, it'll tear up a golf ball, this and that. Went to a customer's house during COVID, and she's like, my garbage disposal's not working. It is a massive garbage disposal, like it's top line, older one, but she put an avocado seed. She goes,
No,
Oh my
what?
yes.
God.
I, the funny thing is, her daughter and her husband were there, and she tells me like, what's going on?" Like she puts it in there and tells me like, "I'll put an avocado." And I could not stop. I'm like, "What the hell? Why? Like what? We can do that, right?"
Why would you
And I
do
just like her daughter's over there laughing because she's like, "No." So I'm like, "No, you can't do that." Well, you like it's meant to tear up things. I'm like, "No."
Oh my
Garbage disposal's
gosh.
there only to take the extra scrap that you couldn't scrape off, and it's rinsing off the stuff in there. It does not tear it. The problem is the more things you put up in your garbage disposal, put down food wise, oh, it goes through. That line is not meant for any solids.
Yeah.
So then you will have backup, and it will need to be jetted to get it all out of there. It's meant
Mhm.
for only liquids.
Oh my
But
goodness.
they market it so well that everybody has to have a garbage disposal. They can
Yes.
tear up anything.
Well,
When we had ours replaced, the guy was telling, he's like, this one, you can put anything down here. But so, yes, maybe the garbage disposal can chew it up, but like you said, not going any farther because then, yes, it's in my husband's head. He's like sliding off half a chicken breast into the, and I'm like, stop. You don't need to
I mean,
keep
you
putting
can eat
huge
cheeseburgers
chunks.
every day. Doesn't mean you need to. Doesn't mean it's going to
I
help you
do
at all.
love cheeseburgers,
Well,
Clayton.
I do
That's one
too.
of my favorite
But we
foods.
all know not to do it every day. I'll feel
No, not every
amazing.
day.
I mean, mentally, I'll feel amazing. My body will not.
No, I get it. I actually know a friend with a rental property, and the renter was putting in corn cobs,
Oh,
whole corn cobs into the display. Like it was horrible. It was horrible. They were like, why would you do that? I feel like I don't hardly put anything. Like the one time at Thanksgiving when I was like, in my 20s that I did potato peels, because I was doing mashed potatoes, and it's like it totally destroyed my garbage disposal. I won't even put a potato peel down the
yeah.
disposal. I'll put them all in the trash.
Yeah.
Worst thing that you can put down there, and you're going to think, oh, it shouldn't be a problem, is rice.
Rice.
It sticks and it absorbs. So it expands, like it holds up a lot more. So it
Oh,
can actually clog up the drain piece,
Oh my
especially on a
gosh.
sink. It comes down, but another one ties in. So it ties up right there in that T
Oh my
all the
gosh.
time,
Good to
especially
all
know.
that you
during,
just saved.
Oh, I know.
Bet.
Don't put
yeah,
rice
Don't
down
put
your
rice.
disposal. In the, I
I'll
had
put
no
anything
idea.
down garbage disposal besides what's the
Yes.
excess
Yes.
Excess. Okay, good to
that you
know.
couldn't scrape off in the trash that you rinsed off.
Okay.
We went for the more expensive, higher one because children do
Because of
children
children.
things.
Because of
Oh, yeah, dude,
children.
on that
You've
garbage
got,
disposal, keep a wrench. It comes with a
yeah,
wrench, but
yeah.
sometimes our girls in the office, like when they get a phone call, like immediately, like, all right, is it humming? Yes. Have you tried to put a wrench on there? Or there's a little button
Right.
on there, press. Because all it is a little jam, and that wrench will unjam it.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you talking
Don't
about?
call
I'm
it.
not
So there's
following you.
if you have a little wrench at the bottom, if it's not moving and you think it's broken, you can manually turn it a little bit
Where?
underneath. I'll show you after we're
At the
done.
very bottom, it's flat, and there's a
There's
little,
a little hole.
For our
feature in.
listeners,
Oh,
There's a little
and then you
hole
just
at the
turn it.
bottom.
at the bottom of the
Garbage
garbage
disposal.
disposal.
Yep.
Okay.
And you
So
take a little wrench and just give it a little half turn,
Okay.
and then it'll start working because you've just helped to
Oh, we
unjam
just
it.
saved a whole bunch of people. I'm just saying.
well, here's the thing. If
Well,
anybody's listening to this podcast at that point, pause it, go look what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So you have a visual point of
Yes.
it, and then keep it in memory as much as possible.
Exactly.
We'll do a demonstration video of Shelly learning how
There
to
you
do
go.
it.
Gonna learn
Post
how to
on
do this. Exactly.
Facebook.
Perfect.
So
That's
yes,
right. That's
Shelly
right.
learning how to take care of her house.
But I'm not shutting
That's
off
what
the
we
water.
need to change the name of the
spiders.
podcast to Shelly learning how to take care of her house.
Oh my gosh, we need the videos of us, learning how to do some of these
Yes.
things. That's what we need to start
Well, so you
doing.
do is you do the podcast, you write the notes down, and then you do little small
How-to
tip
videos.
and then those will go a lot better than the podcast. Be like, hey, if you want more, the podcast has it.
Yes,
Feedback.
I love it.
We,
We'll do that. Videos. I'm writing that down,
After
Jessica.
one of our podcasts, I was telling her about cleaning out the filter in the washing machine. She's like, I didn't know it had one. So I showed her where it was. It was disgusting. And then a friend of ours was like, why didn't you record this?
I know. Yeah, they were like,
We just forgot.
they were like, that
Seeing
would
her
be a
face
great
in it.
video.
Right.
Like, oh, yeah, it's always me with my face. And we only do audio, right, on the podcast,
Yes.
so people can't see it.
Yes. Shelly's always learning something new.
Always learning something new. I'm like, hey, this
Well, then you have
podcast
to
is
do reels.
beneficial
If
to
you're only
me.
doing if you're only doing audio, you definitely need to do some little reels in there.
Yes.
Which
Yeah,
reminded me of
okay.
like the one thing about this time of year everybody doesn't realize until it's a problem. So every AC unit, if you have two AC units, there's two of them. The drain underneath your sink, there's another like sometimes a hose, sometimes it's another pipe coming to the side of it. Where the P trap it loops under,
Mm-hmm.
but it comes to the perpendicular to the side of it. Well, what happens is it hasn't been running, and now we turn the AC on. All that snot and buildup and dust because they didn't flush it every quarter. Sink fills up and overflows, and they don't notice until it comes down the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I recommend anybody, I told them actually earlier that for a networking group, go find where it does that, build that sink up. If it drains slow, it's probably going to be a problem. You might not be now, next year it will. Once we do it once, we try to call people back. Hey, last year we we cleaned out your drain for
Yeah.
condensate. Do you want us to come out and do it again before it's possibly a problem?
Yes. The answer is yes.
I have a picture I can show you from a mutual friend of ours whose house is listed. They had that come up on their inspection and they sent me a picture of what came out. It was disgusting. So
Oh,
it's-
gosh.
I mean, it looks like a bunch of loogie,
yeah.
just snot. It is nasty.
Oh, yuck. I don't like gross stuff.
I know. That's what I'm going to show you anyway.
I do numbers.
Then that reel she has to do. We'll have her clean it out herself and see what happens.
Oh my gosh, we're coming up with just some really fun ideas now.
I can't wait to see those videos.
We'll see
Now-
how this goes. Oh no.
We
It's
got some
been
videos to
requested.
record.
Oh,
All right.
I see
I'll
it
let you know.
sticking in
I'll
there.
let you know how it goes. Like I'm gonna have to wear gloves because I don't. Yeah,
Don't mess up your
I
manicure.
don't want to
If
mess
at
up my
any
nails.
point you want me in the background just coaching you
Yeah.
quietly,
Thanks.
I'll happily help.
Thank you. That's so kind of you.
Well, thank you so much, Clayton. This was awesome and so much good information. And I even learned something new.
Oh my
'cause
gosh, you
rice.
learned something, not just me.
Yes.
That's
I-
awesome.
I didn't know about rice and the garbage disposal not being friends. So
That is cool to know. No,
warn
that's
the
been
kids.
great. Yes,
We tell our team as
absolutely.
well as ourselves all the time. We ask our whole team, like, what'd you learn today? Got to at least learn one thing.
Yes.
You're always moving forward.
So
Yes.
true.
And sometimes we forget
So
about it,
true.
and then we really think about what we learned. We're like, well, that was actually a lot bigger than I thought.
yeah.
Good point. Yes,
true.
this is great information. Thank you so much for your time today.
Well, and then
Happen anytime. You let us know.
well, for our listeners, we will have your information in the show notes and then on our social media channels, Nestology Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us where we hope you make the best of your nest.
Bye.